Hi everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be everything that I picked up from Sephora for the sale going on right now. I am unfortunately a Rouge member, so I did shop and get 20% off. I did not get a crazy amount of stuff this time around, so this is not going to be a crazy huge haul like you may be seeing all over YouTube right now. I kind of went into the sale this time with the mindset that, okay, I'm going to think really carefully about the things that I'm buying and make sure they are truly things that I really want. I'm not just going to buy something because it's on sale. I know we can all kind of fall into that a lot of times where you get swept up in the hype of the sale, and you know, if you love makeup like I do, I definitely tend to go overboard during the sale sometimes, and I'm very proud to say this time I did not. I mean, I definitely got a few things, and you know, if you shop at Sephora, a few things adds up to quite a bit of money usually, but this time I did not spend more than I wanted to, so I'm really proud of that. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna share the things that I bought with you, and we're going to use most of them on my face today. There's a few things I'm going to save for another video, but let's go ahead and get into it. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I would love to see you again, so I hope you'll subscribe, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I am pretty impressed with myself this time around. I did not go crazy. I did not get a new foundation. I did not get a new concealer, no new corrector, no powder, nothing like that. But this first thing we're going to use is probably what I was the most excited about. This really excited me when I saw it in person, I should say. And it's the new Natasha Denona Glam face palette. So this is the light version. It came in light, and then it came in a deeper version as well. The deeper version was also very pretty. I just didn't think I would use it enough to spend the money on it, but it was very pretty. Honestly, I saw this online before I even went to Sephora, and it didn't tempt me when I saw the pictures, but then when I saw it in person, oh my gosh, you guys, this is so pretty. So pretty. Yes, it's very basic, it's very neutral, but that's my kind of thing. So that's what we are going to use today. So I'm going to quickly just swatch the cream blush in here. I don't really want to swatch it, to be honest, because it's so pretty. So there is the cream blush. And then the highlight next to it, which is called Star Glow, is there. So it's a really pretty, very metallic. Would probably be very pretty on your eyes too. So today I already obviously applied foundation, concealer. I have not powdered, and I have a little bit of a cream bronzer on. But we're gonna go into the blush. I typically like to apply cream products with a foundation brush, so I am gonna go right into the cream blush. And I also love that she included this little flap right here, kind of like the Patrick Ta cream and powder products. So I'm getting some on my brush. I'm not sure if this is like super pigmented or not, but so I'm just gonna go right over the cream bronzer. That's pretty. I applied the Makeup by Mario cream bronzer today. This blush is kind of an interesting texture. It's almost feels kind of like a putty. I don't know if this was supposed to be a cream to powder. Yeah, it's not on the back, so I'm not sure. Yeah, the texture is very interesting. It's not super creamy. It's a little dry. It's almost like you have to scrape away the top layer to really get to the cream down here. I've never used a Natasha Denona cream blush, so I don't know how her formula normally is, but it feels kind of like a cream to powder. I'm gonna add just a little bit more on this side. I love the color though, it's very pretty. It looks a lot darker in the pan than it looks on my face, just FYI. Yeah, it's definitely not like my other cream blushes. It's definitely a little more stiff, and it feels like her eyeshadows that are cream to powder. I don't know if you can tell from the swatch, but the blush does have a little bit of glitter in it. It's kind of a golden glitter, but it's very subtle. It's not like anything crazy. But yeah, this blush is really pretty. Very different. It's very, very skin-like. The texture, it looks just like your skin. It doesn't look, you know, sometimes cream blush can be like extremely dewy, like to the point where it looks a little oily almost. This one is not. This definitely looks more realistic on your face. Okay, now we'll move on to this highlighter. I'm not sure if I should use my finger for this or if I should use a sponge. Maybe I'll use a damp sponge and see what happens. Oh my gosh. Wow, okay, that was quite a bit of highlight. Let me turn my brightness down one so maybe you can see a little bit better. Wow, that is very, very intense, but it's very pretty. This is exactly the kind of highlight color I personally like. It's kind of icy, but it has a little bit of a golden kind of undertone, but it's not like too golden, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of powder off camera really quick. I didn't get a new powder or anything, and then I'll prime my eyes and we'll come back and move on to the eyeshadows in this palette. Okay, before we move on to the eyeshadow, there's one more thing that I got I wanted to show you. I probably won't, well, I might use one of the things from this, and it's one of the, of course, the Patrick Ta powder and cream blush duos. I finally got my hands on She's So LA. Several of you have told me that I needed this shade, and I've always wanted it. I have She's That Girl and Oh She's Different, but I don't have this one, which is more of the bronzy color. Oh, so pretty, you guys. Oh my gosh. So obviously I'm not going to use the cream today since we used the cream from the Natasha Denona palette, but I figured I could just take a little bit of the powder blush and just kind of dust it all over since it's kind of a bronzy color anyway. So I'm just going to take a bit of this right here. I'll definitely use the cream with the powder obviously in another video, but I really wanted to use that face palette in this video. Don't really like this brush, to be honest. This is a Morphe M581. I like the shape of it, but I don't really like it for I don't like the way it applies my bronzer most of the time, but I just wanted to use a little bit of this. I'm not going to use the cream like I said, but I was so excited to finally get my hands on this. This is almost always sold out on the Sephora website, so I do have a store near me that actually just opened, and they did have a few of those, so I was excited to get that. And obviously, you know, I love the Patrick Ta blush duo, so I'm excited to have another one. And okay, now we're gonna move on to eyeshadow, and I actually did not get any other eyeshadow except the shadows that come in the Natasha Denona palette. Okay, so we're gonna go into the transition shade right here, which is kind of a blush color. And these shades, as you've probably seen, are named like her Glam eyeshadow palette. So she calls them Transition, Crease, Smoke, Inner Corner, and Outer Corner. So I'm going to take the Transition shade and put that in or above the crease. Yeah, so I have to say this palette, I saw it like a day or two before it was available. I saw the picture on Instagram, and when I saw the picture, it wasn't that I thought like it was ugly or anything. The picture didn't really draw me in for some reason. But then when I actually went in Sephora and saw it, I was like, oh my, I was sold pretty much instantly. So interesting how that happens. And I was actually thinking I was going to get I didn't think I was definitely going to, but I thought about getting the new Huda palette, the Rose Quartz palette. But honestly, in person, I mean, it's pretty, but I don't know. I can't explain it really, other than I didn't feel compelled to buy that when I saw it in person. I don't know, something about it, I just felt like I wouldn't use it enough to justify paying that price for it. I think it's like $67. And I have the Huda Mercury Retrograde palette that I love. I don't know, it didn't wow me in person, which I was not mad about because I knew going in that I had a gift card that I got for my birthday, and I was not going to spend more than the gift card. And I did not, which I'm very proud of myself. Okay, now we're going to go into this shade, which is the crease shade. It's a warm brown. And we're going to apply this on the outer corner. And then kind of pull what's left up into the crease. Pretty. I know a lot of people were saying that these were boring, these face palettes. I totally disagree. There's nothing boring to me about neutral eyeshadows, neutral blushes. Never ever would I say that that's boring. I just love neutrals. Okay, I want to use all the colors, so I'm going to take just a little bit of this darkest matte called Smoke, and I'm just using this small BK Beauty 203 brush, and I'm kind of just stamping a line like from out here and like pulling it down just a little bit. I'm not using much, I'm just using just a tiny little tap, and then I'm doing the same thing over here. And then I'm not going to add anything else to my brush. I'm just going to take the 202 we were using earlier. Then I'm just going to take this shimmer right here, which is called Outer Corner. It's a really, really beautiful, slightly bronzy shimmer. I mean, look at this. So pretty. So I'm going to put this kind of in the center of the lid and then bring it over. And I'm just using my finger. I mean, come on. Yes, is it a basic neutral color story? Yes. But I mean, how freaking pretty is that? It does have a little bit of glitter fallout because I just used my finger with that, but that's fine. I'll clean it up in a little bit. And then lastly, I'm going to take the very, very bright inner corner color. This is really, really bright and metallic. And we're going to put that on the inner corner. I mean, I'm sorry, if you are a neutral kind of person, this is like my dream 5-pan eyeshadows. I don't care if it's boring, I love it. So I'm just starting in the inner corner and then just kind of bringing it up. I mean, come on. Come on. All right, now I'm just gonna take that first shade again, so the transition, and I'm gonna add a little bit more of that in this crease area. So I'm just using my big 201 from BK Beauty. I'm gonna try to get some of this glitter. I'm gonna do just a little bit on the lower lash line, but I'm just gonna take my powder brush that I used for powder under my eyes and try to wipe some of this away. Now I am gonna take, I'm actually just gonna mix these two, so the transition and the crease shade. I'm just gonna take like 1 tap of each and put this on the lower lash line. And then I'm gonna take just like a tiny bit of the smoke shade, which is what we put on the outer corner out here. And I'm just gonna put this on the outer half. Okay, this next thing has been on my loves list for quite a while on Sephora, and it's from Makeup by Mario, and it's his Master Pigment Pro Pencil in the shade The Perfect Brown. I have heard so many people talk about how great this eyeliner is. And eyeliner is not something I buy super often, just because you know, if you watch my videos, I pretty much use the same ones over and over all the time. But I was just really curious about this. So this is what it looks like here, and it also comes with this sharpener, which is nice. So I'll swatch it for you. Ooh, okay, it's very dark, chocolatey browns, very creamy. And then you do get this little brush on the other end that you could use to like smudge it, or you could try to make a little like wing shape with it. So I am going to use this on my upper lash line and just kind of smudge it out a little bit, and then I may try to pull it out and make a little bit of a wing. We'll see. I feel like I should be able to do it with this because it's very creamy. So this is a very dark brown, so I'm gonna try not to apply like a whole lot of it. And first I just kind of put it as close as I could get to my lash line, and then I'm gonna take just a little smudger brush. This is from BK Beauty. It's the 204. And I'm just gonna lightly, oh yeah, it does smudge out really easily. All right, now I was gonna try to use this little brush tip. I'm gonna try to see if I could use it to like drag this out at all, but it doesn't look like it wants to move much. I feel like this liner definitely sets down fairly quickly, but you can smudge it, you just kind of have to do it quickly. So I just got a little bit of the liner on my BK Beauty 208 brush, and I'm going to try to pull it out and make a little wing. So this kind of reminds me of my Urban Decay Demolition, but I would say this one is a little bit creamier, a little bit easier to use for a wing like this if you're wanting to do that with this type of eyeliner. I think the creaminess of this makes it just a little bit easier. So I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. Just kind of smudge it out. And there was another color, I want to say, called Soft Brown that was a little more bronzy and not as dark as this one, obviously. So if you don't want something this dark, this is almost like a black brown, I would say. But there is a lighter option if you don't want something this dark. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this eye. Just so you know, this is the swatch from a few minutes ago of that eyeliner, and it has totally set down. It is not budging at all. So you can smudge it like I did, but you're gonna have to do it fairly quickly, just FYI. And next, what did I get? Okay, I got a few lip products. Okay, before we go in with the lip products, I want to show you this little mini set that I got, and I'm not going to use these things today, I don't think, because I'm going to do a whole separate video using these, but I thought this was such a cute little set. It's the Rare Beauty Selena's Faves, and it has 4 minis in here. So you get the mascara, which is mainly what I bought this for. I really wanted to try the Rare Beauty mascara because it's been getting really good reviews, and I was curious. And then it also comes with one of her liquid highlights, a cream blush, and then one of her lip souffles in that really pretty bright red. So this little set was $30, but the mini mascara on its own, I think, was $11 or $12. And then you get one of these. So I have one of these already. I don't have this shade. I think this is the shade Inspire. Yeah. So this is the really pretty bright red that you see her wear in a lot of the promo videos, which is there. It's a really bright kind of orangey red. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a whole video, and I'm going to use this red lip, and I'll use the mascara. But it also comes with one of her little mini liquid blushes in the shade Joy, which this is obviously very, very tiny, but you do not need a lot of these blushes from her. I know that they are very pigmented and they go a long way. So that is the shade Joy. It's a really pretty peachy pink. And then you also get a little mini liquid highlight in the shade Mesmerize. And again, obviously I'm not going to use this because I have a lot of glowy things on my face already. So that's it there. It's a really pretty, kind of a rosy, icy pink. So like I said, I'm going to do a whole video using all of these things. I don't have another new mascara, but I don't really want to open it right now because I just have so many mascaras I'm trying to use up right now. But I will use that in another video. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some mascara real quickly. I'm not going to use the Rare Beauty one because I want to save that for a video, but I'm going to do that off camera, and then I'll be back and we'll finish up with the lip products. We're going to move on to the lips now, and I think I showed in an earlier clip, but I got one of the Makeup by Mario Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencils, and this one is in the shade Dmitry. It's a really, really pretty nude. So I'm going to go in with this first, and this also has a little blender brush on one end. Oh, that's really pretty. I almost got one of his new lipsticks, I think they're called the same thing, the Ultra Suede lipsticks, but it was a little too matte feeling for me. I don't know. I just don't typically love a super matte lipstick, and those are really, really matte. But I do like this lip pencil. I love it a lot. And then for lipstick, I got another one of these. This is the Lawless Satin Luxe Classic Cream lipstick, and this one is the shade Wedding Day. So I have the shade Platinum already, and that one is a really, really light pinky nude, and this one is too. It's just a little bit deeper, but the color is so pretty. So that's it there. And I thought it would be really pretty with this lip liner from Makeup by Mario. So we're gonna use this. Oh yeah, that's a really pretty combo. The Lawless lipstick is not super, super shiny looking, but it's not as matte as the Makeup by Mario lipsticks. So that's why I went with that one instead. And now I'm just gonna take this end of the lip pencil, which I actually love that these have this on this end, because I have a lip brush like this, but I only have one of them. And I actually really like to kind of blend my lipstick and lip liner together. Okay, one last thing I did get, this is really random. I did not plan on buying this, but I tried it out in store and I really liked how it looks. So I actually did get the new Huda Silk Balm. This is the Rose Quartz one. So I think this is her third one of these. She came out with the original Silk Balm first, and then I think there's like a honey Silk Balm. I don't have either of those, but this one looked really pretty. It's a light pink with a little bit of shimmer to it. The packaging is also really pretty. But I was kind of surprised when I swatched this. It had a little more color to it than I was thinking it would. But I feel like it'll be really pretty on top of this lipstick. I'm gonna go in with this because I'm a major lip gloss, lip balm kind of girl. Oh wow. Oh yeah, that's nice. Really pretty. This kind of feels like a lip oil and a lip balm together with a little bit of color. And that is everything that I picked up from the Sephora sale. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was not like a huge haul of products, but honestly this time around I just wanted to think a little bit more about what I was buying, because I do know that the sale is tempting. It gets me to all the time. I fall into this trap sometimes of thinking, oh, it's on sale, like I like it, I need it, like all those kinds of things. And as much as I love makeup and I love the Sephora sale, I know that it gets very overwhelming when you're constantly seeing people buy these huge hauls of makeup, and it overwhelms me too. So this time I just wanted to keep it pretty minimal for me, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I will, like I said, use this mini kit in an upcoming video, and we'll play around with that Patrick Ta blush duo a little bit more as well. Final thoughts on these products. I really like everything at this point. The only thing I did want to point out, in case it really bothers you, is there is a good bit of glitter fallout from the glitter shades in that Natasha Denona palette. So just so you know, if that bothers you, you might not love those. Unless you're going to do your eyes first, then you can always just clean it up and that's not a big deal. But I did want to mention it. But other than that, I really like how this turned out. I like the products that I got. So I hope you enjoyed. I will list everything that I bought and the other makeup I have on my face too down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on YouTube. And make sure to follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair. I'll see you guys in my next video. Remember, simply be you. Bye.